Stand to McWars and welcome back to another episode of RogueTech. So we get into the campaigns of Howl's Harrows, and last time, well, we have quite a few mechs currently in the queue. We're going to be building some of them soon, and the Kraken is just a couple of days away. But we need a little bit more cash, we need a little bit more things, because we have mechs to build, and we require the things to build them with. So, at landing, satellites and surveillance pictures have shown a heavy lance was inserted into the planet's surface by a hated dropship. Currently, we believe they're securing the LZ, preparing for whatever operation they have planned. Before they finish securing the area, we'd like you to interrupt them. They're heavily armed, so expect strong resistance. This will be a 13 priority salvage, 472,800 Seabills at 4.5 skulls, as we're dropping 8 full mechs, as they're about to just absolutely hit them like a ton of bricks. Alrighty, so today we have decided to bring with us Jester in the Champion, as it has proven to be a fairly effective cavalry mech. Death Crusade in Kerensky stick, and nothing with twin heavy RM30s is ever bad. Paradox in the Charger with double boom sticks. Howl driving her Gauss Wolf and 6 medium lasers. Showboat driving the Screamer with its twin fire fist for extra burning action. Finn in the Catapult Mark III with the twin MML-20s, allowing him to just absolutely barbecue any mech that he sets his mind to. Coach in the Thanatos with fairly solid. It's basically here for the Pirate Laser AMS because that is really cool to have. And then, of course, Mockingbird in the Rekatar. The Twin Risk Rotary AC5s are just ridiculously strong. So, with that all out of the way, let's go see. We have quite a bit of ground to cover, and the enemy is way over off in that direction. So, let's pick Finn and get underway, see if we can't run into them. Destroy enemy units is the current objective. Not seeing anything else just yet, but I can't imagine they're not going to have even more forces to fight up against us. Especially since, we brought 8 mechs. They'll probably have at least 12, probably more like 16, maybe even 20 mechs for us to have to deal with. But if we can take care of them quickly, well, then we can get even more stuff, which is always very important. I'm a little bit disappointed just in the payout of this mission. It was like 1.3 million Seabills or 3 of 13. The 3 of 13 priority salvage is not exactly huge, not gonna lie, but there's always the potential we might run into something really cool. And if worst comes to worst, we can just end up selling mech parts or XL engines, should we happen to run into a whole bunch of inner sphere ones. Although the pirates, not sure if they're going to be super likely to run into a whole bunch of inner sphere XL engines. Probably more likely to be pirates, but you never quite know. They can have such a massive number of different things. This is, of course, being local pirates, not the the Tortugan Confederation or Dominion or whatever it is. Yeah, the Tortugan Dominions that we happen to be serving. Alright, the champion going to get quite far up the ridge, although he's going to have to come back down around, I believe. Unless I actually managed to get pretty lucky on that one, and he's actually run up onto the one tile where he can actually run right back on down. First turn has passed, no contact with the enemy, but that will surely change because the first turn everybody has a little bit of swarm protection. Sensors are off, not providing any sort of good bonuses, and everybody has massive amounts of evasion and stealth. It makes it really hard to engage anybody. Speaking of, however, we have located a Marshal, a heavy MML carrier, a King Crab. I need you. With a twin rotary AC5 risks, heavy MRM-40 swarm, ERPPC cap, and AMS sensors, and in the back a ballista artillery tank. So we're obviously not going to shoot the King Crab just yet. The heavy MML carrier needs to die. And he needs to die yesterday, so we're going to lay down a sensor lock to hopefully improve our chances of managing to target anything, and we're just going to start flooding with as much firepower as we possibly can. Listen, kill, LRM's going to bliss away as well. I believe he has some form of AMS, but we're going to hopefully knock him out before he can do anything. That is a tremendous amount of firepower, and it needs to be dealt with immediately. The Marshal, not as much. He might have X-Pulse lasers. That's not good. He does have a pulse laser, but our pirate AMS has managed to keep us protected from all of that incoming fire. Luckily for us, Coach. Yeah, bring the Thanatos. We're gonna need it. We're gonna need all of it. We're gonna need every last round of it, because if we don't, then we're all gonna die. Well, maybe not all of us, but a significant number of us that I would rather not end up happening. Gonna lay another sensor lock down. He's also got a heavy armor for it. He's not in range for sensor lock. Oh no! All right, just let it fly. Oh, good hit. Managed to strike everybody around him. Howl might have the range for this. She will indeed. That should help out a little bit. Howl's not exactly the most amazing shot ever. But on occasion, she manages to surprise and amaze. So we're going to hopefully get a twin 37. Double hit on that one, but unfortunately not hitting the locations that would have torn the MML carrier apart. How much armor? It's got nothing. Oh, well, except on the front, but that side is almost completely gone. Had we managed to get just a little bit luckier and managed to strike that location, it would have been dead. Unfortunately, it was not, so we're going to bring in the heavy armor. Actually, no, we're just going to bring in the Hag 20. Is all the trust and luck go into this one now. And shattered, okay. MML carrier destroyed. That is a ton of MML-20s, by the way. We may end up just trying to grab every single one of those, but I'm not quite sure how that's going to turn out. Rush on forward with the champion, get ourselves a little bit of sensor protection. Not going to waste one of my 10 shells. They are very precious to me. We must keep those 10 heavy Gauss shells intact, otherwise, you know, bad things will happen. We do need to light the king crab on fire, and the ballista is not exactly something I want to get shot at because he just got direct hit by that.
Not much armor left in that location.
Yeah, his side torso has just got a lot more exposed and open. The screamer can start coming in. Let's see, he can run up to there. How about a flying, though? Yeah, a little bit further, and so I'm going to jump further. We're going to try and get the screamer on top of the target as fast as we possibly can so that we can start lighting everybody on all the fire, if at all possible. Nidhogg gunship coming up for the enemy support, so they've managed to bring on some really heavy firepower mechs, or units in general, to provide all the additional firepower they could ever want. I can position myself up there. That'll shoot the Marshal okay, and that will not. So I will shift up here where I can aim at that Marshal. Could shoot the Marshal, could shoot the King Crab, but I don't really want to kill the King Crab just yet. I want to be able to... Well, ooh, actually, I don't care. Right. Because I already have 4 King Crab parts. Full Warlord, blow up the Marshal, please. Some solid hits and some penetrations on that armor. Most of his armor has been knocked out of the fight already, which is excellent. Another Nidhogg gunship, unfortunately, though, is starting to come in. They're looming above us, and that is a dangerous place to be. We're going to want to deal with them as soon as we can. Although there's still 3 Nidhogg gunships. This might actually be an entire Nidhogg force, and stealing just the King Crab would be worth every last moment of it. The Ballista Artillery also has a sniper, which I believe we need a sniper artillery cannon in order to construct one of our mechs, specifically probably the Mech. Got to think about I want to put a sniper artillery cannon on him, or if I want to go with multiple risk. And here comes the fire! Structure exposed is not good. We were kind of expecting that, but this catapult cannot afford to take too much fire, unfortunately. Ooh, his laser AMS had jammed, but it's okay. He's got this back intact. So do I rush in on you? Can I get the range to rush in on you? I don't think I can, actually. Like, I could try, but I think I'd fail. And I can't tell the actual range of my... Actually, I can. Shut off the weapons, turn the weapons. Right, I think I'm just outside of SRM range. So if I were to try and do this, life might get very bad very quick. No, okay, so he will actually be in range because the icons do show up. Okay, let's push. I will be super aggressive. I will lay on into him. I will vigilance for extra protection. And not you, but in fact... Oh, actually, it's so tempting to shoot the Marshal. We got to get some temperature going on here. It's not going to be a lot, but every little bit is going to start the business on this guy. We're going to probably aim Kerensky's stick up at him as well, because Kerensky's stick has the opportunity and the chance of being able to nail him with enough infernos that I might actually set him back to a point where he may not want to just unload everything onto us. Rush the Gauss Wolf on in as well. Maybe we can actually make the enemy a little bit more likely to target her first, because, you know, she's at full armor. It's not exactly ideal, but they're focusing a little bit more than I want them to. Double tap. Both of them managed to miss on the Marshal, which I suppose is fair dues considering she managed to double tap that MML carrier without too much trouble, but I don't like the fact that I'm risking this mech so much. That's an incredibly vulnerable location at the moment. Oh, but yeah, ammunition too. Gauss Wolf taking a little bit of fire, which is good. That tells me that they're sort of rethinking which target they want to go for first. Although, I have to admit, he is very vulnerable to the incoming Nidhogg gunships potentially. Alright, the Screamer gonna fly on into battle as soon as we can. Get right on top of the enemy. Hopefully they will think that, hey, we may want to shoot this Screamer first. One can only hope. Double tap.
Here we go.
Good laser burst into the Marshal. Starting to keep the pressure on, making the enemy hopefully thinking that they need to handle other mechs first. That's 3 Nidhogg gunships, and they are cycling on in. Hopefully we're not in range for them to use their heavy weapons just yet. Fingers crossed, but I can't guarantee anything, especially with this catapult. The catapult is quite far forward and quite in a dangerous position. This could be a rough one, especially if we lose that catapult. Going for a capture may not be feasible anymore, so we kind of need to keep him intact. Although if we can get a good round of shooting with the Infernos, we can knock out any mech we want. But it requires that good round of shooting in order to get that 200 heat to guarantee a shutdown. Nidhogg gunship thing. Gonna take aim at the Charger. I think that's a heavy Gauss rifle. Managing to miss us with the PPC and the Gauss weapon. So we are still doing okay. Standing here, you actually have a target on multiple things. What do you got? 51, 70, 35. Oh god, that's a lot of... That's a lot. Okay, we're going to shift over right here. Reassess. 51, 23, 51 on the King Crab. So worse on the King Crab. We might actually be able to bore through on the Sniper. I think that might be the best plan. Got him. Okay, so we don't have to worry about his artillery anymore. So, next round of shooting, assuming she hasn't jammed any of her weapons, which is no guarantee at all. Jammed one of them. We're going to probably start shooting the Nidhogs to see if we can't get them somewhat under control. The Marshal we can probably kill just with massed fire, assuming, of course, I get, any number of mechs sort of in location to start shooting, which it looks like we're gonna get. That Heavy Gauss Rifle has a pretty long range despite it not being the greatest effective range. Yeah, I can't afford to shoot that. I will, however, go for a Warlord on this one. Take the long shot at the Marshal. Did get the leg on that one. That's going to push him over. Make him completely unevasive. He'll be very vulnerable to follow-up. I do think he'll be dead. His AMS was able to handle all 15 of our acid missiles, though, which is a little... Oh, actually, that was you guys, wasn't it? Right. Our missiles are probably not going to be nearly as effective as they otherwise should be. Okay, rush the Thanatos on forward. Gives us a good position to shoot at multiple units. 69 or 67, 15, and not good enough. Target is center torso. See if you can't rip that thing clean off. And in fact, I'm going to lay sensor lock down on this Nidhogg gunship because it's a little bit closer.
I've got a sensor lock.
Maybe that'll improve our hit chances on other people. 24 is not bad, but I'm going to see if I can't knock out this Marshal. I was hoping for a crit that would destroy the entire mech. It did not end up happening. He's feeling a little unsettled, but I'm hoping that I can just focus a little bit more forward. Do I have anybody else? Death Crusade still is up, but Death Crusade is probably going to be complete. Well, no, he doesn't have multi-target. Probably going to be focused on trying to knock out that King Crab. It's going to be a little bit rough. Nidhogg gunship calculating who is the most optimal target. Hopefully he will come up with either the Gauss Wolf or maybe the Charger again. That was a good shot. Shoot the Charger. The Charger can tank some damage. It's kind of why he's here. 3 Nidhogg gunships, though, is a nightmare because of the amount of ECM they output. It's going to be incredibly difficult to get accurate fire on through the targets, and even worse, they happen to have some really nasty weapons once they start getting in close. Their bomb bays carry all kinds of bombs, and it would just be all kinds of pain. Champion getting shot at, missed by 99%. Feeling pretty good about that one, actually. All right, Death Crusade.
Yes, Command.
Bring Kerensky's stick on into the battle, and I need you to kill somebody.
Okay.
All right, so you could kill him, no problem. You could actually kill him, and you have massive opportunities. Go for the incendiaries on this. There is no multi-target. I will lay a sensor lock down on the King Crab because, let's see, remove one evasive, double signature invisibility. Yeah, we're just going to lock him down with that to make sure that I have the best possible opportunity, and hopefully we get a little bit incendiary on this one. He does have a point defense. Inferno plus 149 is going to push him pretty hard. Hopefully that'll push him beyond what he's willing to handle. His rack is a gem. He just stood still. Oh, thank you. Got a Thanatos off in the background. Finn is up once again, and Finn is going to probably push hard. I really shouldn't, but I have to. If I want Finn to survive, this Finn is going to have to push like it's nobody's business. So we're going to rush on in as far as we can. You're a good target, but you have to be the target I can get. Actually, oof. You're on 17. Death Crusade is 19. Death Crusade will get the torch first. But I don't know if it'll be enough of a torch. That's the problem. He does have anti-missile sensors and AMS in general. Do I know what you're going on? I don't. That's a problem. Finn is on 29. I'm dropping down to 22. And you're on 21. You're going to bomb me. It is really tempting to go for this just to kill him out, because it will kill him. Oh, we were using acids? Shoot. No wonder it was so bad. Yeah, start getting the... Oh, that was bad. I should have gone for the other target. I knew it. I knew it was going to be a bad target, and I took it anyway. Okay, line ourselves up. See, check out the Nidhogg, check out the other guy. 67, yeah, aim for a center torso. Go for some clusters. Actually, no, Warlord it up. Go for some selects. No, clusters. So aim at that center torso. Shattered. Okay, so we don't have to worry about him anymore. We get 75% of the reinforcement skill, although the King Crab is still alive, and that's not a minor part of the reinforcements. What is Shoba? Shoba is 17. You're 18. I will move before he does. Okay, we can work with this. We will get a lot of heavy MRM fire from the incendiaries onto the target, and then Showboat will be able to jump up on top of him and start barbecuing even more. That is going to put Showboat in an incredibly vulnerable position, but if anyone can handle it, it's going to be Showboat. Oh shoot, mortars. Right, Jester, you champion. You need to start pressuring up here. You need to be a thorn in the side of the Nidhogg gunships. 38 is actually pretty good. Also on him. Yeah, shoot at him. Acid SRMs, all whole shebang. Did get some acid on through. Was not able to connect with the other ones, though, which is a tad unfortunate. We're going to shift off to the side with the champion. Howl will be the follow-up on the next one. Hopefully Howl might be able to actually get something done to knock out some of these Nidhogg's, but unless they stand still for a turn, which is not going to happen, I don't think, they're going to be incredibly hard to kill, especially if we're going for a capture attempt at the same moment, which, well, we kind of have to. There's too much good risk here on this king crab not to try. I need to just flush him with all of the incendiaries that I have to work with. Alright, Howl's up. Howl, you got a shot? 37. If I ran Howl into range, it's not going to get into range. No, I'd have to walk that. I can get there. That'll have to do. Alright, we'll go for positioning on this one. 50%. Got it. Okay, Nidhogg 1 down. That's important. Every Nidhogg you kill is just a huge victory. Okay, Kerensky stick. Gonna sprint on in as fast as we can into action. We need to get close. That is the name of the game today. Gotta get in close as we can. Incendiary, incendiary. Shoot the hag. No, don't shoot the hag. Hold it. And then just cook everything else. Plus 160. That's a shutdown. Alrighty, so that's mostly under control. Mockingbird in the Rakatar only has one gun currently available to her. How's your shot? That's really good. Let it run. Some good fire onto that one. We're going to start pushing forward a little bit more. ECM protection going down. Risk guns haven't jammed, and both of them are ready for the next round of shooting. The Thanatos going to also put some pressure down, I think. Can't shoot you for 32. I don't want to shoot you, though, for 32, do I? Yeah, that's an obstructed. I don't want obstructed. I want direct. I require direct. That'll give me a direct shot. 61. Alright, we have an opportunity. Silver Bullet nailing the target on that one, but it is, the Silver Bullet Gauss is more designed for exploitation and attacking lighter mechs. Hitting a Nidhogg gunship that is basically at full health, it's not really going to care all that much. But we are very lucky that he decided not to move all that much in this round. The Screamer is going to jump on top of the King Crab. Everybody else is going to be focusing on these Nidhoggs. The Thanatos we need to keep away from our catapult because the Thanatos will cause some pretty nasty damages to him. Because, you know, ooh, both of our risk mills are jammed.
Waiting on you, Commander.
Oh well, it could be worse. Okay, I do not want to jump on top of him because I don't want to cause damage to myself or others. We're going to hop up here. We're going to aim right for your face. 12% accuracy only, apparently. And I will Vigilance. I'm not sacrificing any sort of bonus to accuracy anyway. So let it fire.
This should be good.
And is that a pilot? That's a pilot lethal. Okay, King Crab is out. We can now start focusing all of our efforts on the Nidhoggs. And she actually is capable of jumping on top of them reasonably accurately. Incoming mortar shells. Landing on himself. Lovely. So he has a terrible shot with that mortar. Alrighty. Showboat.
I hear ya.
Showboat comes up first because of obvious reasons. She cannot jump on them because, you know, they move, or she can't see them, so she's going to reserve. I know, we're sacrificing one of the biggest bonuses to taking that jump. And I can get, ooh, side angle line of shot.
Roger.
67, just go for the 61s. We're going to go for full-on slug, see if we can't get a penetration. Oh, missed both times by pretty wide margins, too. That was a really rough round. We could have really used some killing on that one and just did not end up coming up our way. 37s to hit over there. If I sprinted to the side, can I get a direct? Or was that the only direct possible? Yeah, that might actually be the only direct possible. Well, I can shift here for side angle. See if I can't get it. 30s, blast away. Got a hit. So we do have a penetration. You need to run because you are now in a very... Actually, maybe I should push forward. No, you'll be bombed. Right. I do want to get you out of here, though. You are too badly damaged to try and fight this right now. You do need to protect your right side, so I'm going to come over here.
Roger that.
And you can lay a sensor lock down. Actually, how's your AWS ping? Not very good at all. Okay, lay down a sensor lock onto this Nidhogg because it is the one sort of in the open and exposed and has a heavy Gauss rifle. Oh, that's nasty. We'll be able to chill out, which will get our double heatsink back to nominal control. We'll also have both of our MMLs back, fingers crossed, hopefully anyway. And hopefully we're far enough away and protected. Okay, Nidhogg's on the run. He's going to shift way off to the side. Hopefully he's not fleeing. I know, that seems like such a thing you would normally want to, but hey, maybe he's running away. But that'll mean that we'll have to chase him around hard.
Gotcha.
Missed pretty bad with that, okay. No.
Stand still, moron. Orders.
Alright, so Kerensky's stick probably is not going to get a line of sight on anybody until we manage to actually get ourselves up this. Oh, we have a line of sight here. Okay, I'll take
On
it.
my way. Double time.
36. Do I have... I've got CWS equipment, which is already on. Hag to active incendiary. That'll just get burned up. We're going to use the incendiaries instead because they have a higher chance of actually getting through. We did get some connections, and that looks like we actually managed to get some damage onto the armor itself. So, fire for vehicles is always a good thing. Thanatos shifting on forward as much as he can. 75-ton mech. Another amount of artillery. Managing to hit us a little bit on that one, which is somewhat unfortunate. Acid artillery rounds especially are bad. So, jump. I can chase you down. Mockingbird first in the Rakatar. Mockingbird might actually be able to kill this. Alright, we're going to go for the hard to hit one. 35. Oh, but it's exposed. I'm going to run the gun hard. Got it. Okay. I think I may have also opened up the back of the Thanatos. Did I? I mean, it'll be worth it, I think, but the Thanatos may have just been completely lit up in the back. No, it didn't. Okay. Whew. I was a little worried. Nidhogg is running away. Gosh darn it. They're fleeing.
Waiting on you, Commander.
Right. We gotta catch him. We gotta catch him quick. I hate this behavior. This behavior is just not fun. So now he's running. We gotta catch him. And I don't have anybody sort of in position to do that. And they're just gonna run and run and run. And I've got to get out of the water first, too. This is where it just becomes annoying. I think we've got him, but we gotta catch him first. And I don't think we should have to. Okay, switch them, turn on the weapons. Oh, we gotta turn off the weapons. There we go. 7.3, well, who cares? Fire anyway. I mean, we're chasing after him as best as we can. He's got AMS, but I can rein in a little bit onto him.
Receiving you.
Jaster, your champion. Yeah, next turn is when he really starts to get opening up the speed on that. But until he gets there, it's just going to be a continuous sprint as much as we can to try and get any line of sight at all. I kind of doubt that I'm going to be able to get a shot on the Rakatar. It's a shame I couldn't shoot at both of them, but that just was not going to happen. Okay, run around. The Thanatos is very much a minor concern at this point, unless he gets a line of sight onto the catapult. I don't really care about the Thanatos anymore. Alright, continue to sprint or jump. Your jump is a little bit further, and there was a direct line of sight. The direct line of sight on the back. And you know what, that'll give me an altitude advantage. So, twin, medium blazer, poke. Miss. Okay, unfortunate. Alright, I think that's pretty much everybody I've got. So now they get to move all of theirs. Oh no, Mockingbird's still up, but Mockingbird not going to have a shot. Goswolf getting mortared. Point defense taking care of everything. So clearly that mortar is just missiles. 9 missiles defeated. Alright, Howl. Yeah, I somehow just doubt you're going to be able to get a line of sight on anything. Oh, we got to just get up there and catch it. We are jamming things now a little bit, which is going to be helpful. But running this thing down is not going to be easy. I don't know if I'm going to be able to death from above it. I kind of don't think we will be able to, just purely based on the way that they normally try and protect themselves. So if he's running, it's just going to be a long, hard chase of me just constantly bouncing as much as I can after him. Which I'm not sure if I can actually keep up with him if he wants to sprint at full speed away from me. We have managed to very badly damage him, which is pretty fun. Okay, Rakatar. No line of sight from there, so come over here. You'll get your other gun unjammed, and you'll start chilling out, which is very useful. Oh, shoot. Artillery laser AMS has just exploded.
Yes, Commander.
Well, that sucks. Okay. Keep moving forward.
Moving fast.
Keep lobbing missiles.
Firm.
Don't ever stop. Eventually, he may explode. I mean, I don't think so, but it's a possibility.
Long-range missiles. Yup.
Yeah, I already knew it was destroyed. Oh, his Risk Silver Bullet Gauss also detonated? What? Not quite sure how that works.
Affirmative, Commander.
Alright. He no longer has his overload, although they weren't really shooting at us with it, so I have no idea how that system works. It's kind of irritating, actually. So, Probably should have paid a bit more attention though. That's
Good to
fine.
go.
Charger. Oh yeah, he's just gone. Bloody hell. Right. Mockingbird.
Commander?
That's the most annoying behavior. It doesn't serve any victory potential. It's just irritating to the player. Like, I hope 1.8.1 fixes that behavior, because that is just, that's stupid. It's not fun. It's not clever. It's not an intelligent move by the AI. It's just really dumb. Because, hey, let me run away constantly. It's like, well, now what?
Commander?
Now I just have to chase after you, and eventually I'm going to catch you. But until I do, it's just going to waste about 5 to 10 turns, depending on how fast you run, which, you know, obviously you can run quite quickly. So we're just going to have to suck it up for now.
Going full throttle.
And speaking of, hopefully we'll be able to get a good Gauss rifle shell right on into him to completely work him out. Yeah, unfortunately VTOLs are they're the worst offenders of this. Every single unit will do this, but VTOLs are the worst offenders because they're so fast and they get to ignore terrain. The champion taking a little bit of mortar fire. Swarm LRM fire. Because I don't have any MS anymore. Back to the top of the cycle.
Standing by.
Paradox in the charger. Doesn't see anything. We'll start moving towards the Thanatos because I don't think I'm going to get a line of sight on that thing. Death Crusade. Similar problem. I mean, it's a great mech. Can blow things up really good, but unless I can see what I'm shooting at, I can't do anything.
Aye, aye.
Finn can just keep on chasing with the last of his listen kills.
Affirmative.
9.2% chance to hit. Oh no, he doesn't have any more listen kills. He already used them all up. Are you in sensor range? Just to make my life at least a little bit easier. There we go. Sure, sensor lock it.
Got a lock.
He's got AoE rockets, which are going to be which will hurt a lot if he hits us. But unless he hits us,
Yes, Commander.
then they're just kind of pointless. Because he's not actually going to use them. He's just running for the sake of running.
Confirmed.
Okay, Thanatos, keep the run. No target. Thanatos really is kind of pointless at this point.
Waiting for orders.
Jester, where are you? Can your champion catch up? It can. Can your champion
On my
hit?
way. Double time.
Obviously, we're going to Warlord. I don't even care. There's a possibility. Let it rip. There we go. Dead. Before he got too far. But still, that behavior is so incredibly irritating.
Standing by.
All right, RogueTech can start moving on to knock out the Thanatos as well. We do want to keep the catapult well away from it. We took a lot more damage than we otherwise kind of wanted to in this battle. Specifically, the catapult has been pretty roughed up, and unfortunately for us, so has our Thanatos, which is going to require a bit of a rebuild. I don't think I have a replacement AMS for that, and that's going to be a huge problem, because we kind of need that. Light him up, and give him love.
Firing a full salvo.
He does have AMS, but you know, I can just shell him. And soon I'm going to actually cross right on over the ridge, and I'm going to be firing down on him. Hey, that's a side angle shot, and I've got double AC-20s.
I can get that.
Lock him up. Good hit. Structure exposed on the target.
Standing by.
Death Crusade next, because Death Crusade can also get that side angle shot that I was looking for. Hi, Thanatos. I've got a side angle. I have incendiaries. Do I want to burn into you? I think I think I'll just burn you. So, don't even bother with the sensor lock. We'll save that for later. Oh, we managed to detonate his SRM ammunition. Excellent. So he is gone. Target's eliminated with only moderate damage to 2 mechs. Okay, a little bit more severe than moderate, but that'll be the last part of the king crab that we need. Unless, of course, it's the different king crab, but I do believe it was the same king crab. Or no, wait, no. The other one we had has plasma. They both had rack 5, but this one was more riskified. Right. So, will they bundle it? They will not. So I will grab the 1 risk part. That way I can build it in. 2 more heavy Gauss rifles. I have 1 already. 2 heavy MRM-40s. I have 2. Could go up to more. I just don't know what to use them with. Heavy MRM ammunition, though, would not go awry. So emergency cooling systems, internal combustions, XL quantity 2. I might take this one just for cash. Artemis 3 is always good. A flak targeting computer is also always good. Sensor record, there we go. Give me the acids. And Infernos? Follow the leader ammunition for heavy MRMs. Seems kind of, I don't know, a little bit counterproductive. How many listen kills do I got? 8. How about Infernos? 5. So I'm actually good on that. I have 10 ERs. Where did I get all this? I don't think I've had any acid though, so that'll be a nice pickup for whoever I end up giving heavy MRMs. Rack 5 double. I have 5, so we're working on that. Sniper ammunition, I have 9. Did we save the sniper cannon? Because if we did, that's what I'm grabbing. Yes. Okay, so this will be our king crab part to finish up. We're not going to get a risk king crab, but that'll be fine. Okay, we got a Marshall and the Thanatos part. We got the AoE rockets. We got 4 of the MML 20s, so that's going to be a nice pickup actually. The Warfare Suite, the extended range ones, which gives us 12, and 2 more tons of the double rack 5s, which will be very useful. So not bad. Would have been even better if we had gotten 2 more risk rack 5s, but that's just sort of wishful thinking at this point, because they're really good weapon systems and they're also pretty expensive. So yeah, not a bad pickup there at all. Some rough repairs, and I don't think I have a replacement pirate laser AMS. So because of that, that'll mean I'm going to have to do some sort of rebuilding on that mech. I may just try and like cram on a whole bunch of AMS2 Mark IIs with a whole ton of ammo. That might be a good idea. It's obviously not going to be as all-encompassing and powerful, but it should be good. 4 days and 50,818 C-bills. So not horrific. Could have been worse. Could have been a lot worse. 5 days before the end of the month. The Thanatos will be ready tomorrow. The Catapult in 3 days. The Champion in 2 days. The Thanatos is actually going to require a lot more work. Kraken will be ready shortly after that. Let's head over to our mech bay and I just want to see the price of how much this is going to cost to build. So I ready this 199,000 C-bills. Okay. So that's what we're going to have to spend in order to construct it. But in the meantime, we are not going to need the Marshall parts because we have no intention of building a Marshall. We're also not going to need the Thanatos parts because, again, no intention to build a Thanatos. Scrap those. We are keeping both of the king crabs. Okay. I do have 2 mechs here that I need to build. I think I may sell the Burna Boy. Yeah, we'll scrap it. It is no longer in use with us. The Pulsapult is a similar problem. I just don't see a reason to use it compared to what we have. So we will scrap that as well. Make ourselves a pretty decent amount of cash as a bit of a side grade. That'll pay for 2 full months, but really the end of the month is coming up in just a couple of days. The Marauder needs a build. I don't know what to do with it. I'm going to be 100% honest. I have no idea what to do with the Marauder. But I need to wait at least 2 days. Actually, I need to wait 1 day. There we go. So I can go into my mech bay and see how badly screwed my Thanatos is. Because unfortunately, he's not coming back with that laser. So, Pearl, if I come over to my AMS, yeah, I don't have another pirate laser AMS. So I do have an integrated one, but I don't have a center torso mount for it, which kind of sucks. So what I can do is an advanced AMS weighs 3 tons. That's gonna, I'd like to put in 2. Oh wait, he only has 1 torso mount. So that sort of blows that out of the water. Mark IIs. Fires at any incoming missile attack. So, which is better? Generates 2 heat, firing 40 shots, 120 increase. Intercept chance is 30%. Advanced is an intercept chance of 30%. Fires 30 shots, generates 6 heat. Overload fires 20 shots, generates 6 heat, 30% jam. Versus you. Overload has a 50% jam. Okay, yeah, pull that off. What do you got? Your AMS 16 heat has a 20% chance of it. 40 shots. Can fire it, yeah. We'll throw on the AMS Mark II. 1, it's light, and 2, hopefully we will be able to make it work. I don't quite know. We do, of course, have double ton of ammunition in order to keep that thing running, just to make sure that it doesn't stop running at any point. And then, of course, we're going to come in here because there's a whole bunch of explosive ammunition, and we now have the tonnage for it. So that should mean that I can cram in a case 2. Unfortunately, I've only got clan case 2, which requires me to have clan armor on board, and I don't have just normal clan armor. I do have clan Pharaoh, but I don't have the space for it. I guess I can just put in normal case. That'll blow up the mech anyway, so it doesn't really matter. Right. Well, it will protect the center torso. Yeah, I suppose. Patch that. We have 1.5 tons remaining. Pull out the patchwork materials, I imagine? Yeah, we can do that. 0.9 tons remaining. Could throw it into armor. Although that would just be armor in the back. This XL engine is just it's a bomb waiting to happen, and I'm not happy about it. Do I have an ECM's an electronic countermeasure. Because if I can just cram in a sensor tracker, he does not. What I can do is... How much would a warfare suite be? 3 tons, right? I need less than that. Guardian ECM is 1.5 tons? It is. Guardian ECM. Patchwork materials. That puts me at 0 weight. So 0 tons remaining. One or more locations destroyed. It's all been repaired. 4 days we'll have this mech back. It's not quite what I want it, but it'll work. Hopefully. Cross your fingers. The AMS will at least be less taxing on keeping this system running together. So there is that. Kraken will be ready in 2 days. Champion will be ready in 1. The Mech in 7. The Kraken is just going to be ready to start construction on him. I do have 2 heavy armor 40s. I don't have any... Well, I could totally rebuild this mech. Could be an interesting idea. So if I were to, and this is just theory crafting at this moment, pull off pretty much everything. So that I have all the open pod space I could want. This gives me 33 tons. I come over to SRMs, 2 heavy armor 40s. Gives me 9 tons of ammo. That might actually be just enough. Let's come over to ammo, come over to heavy MRMs. So of course I would need acid rounds. And each one of these is worth 3 per. So yeah, that's not a lot of shooting. Listen kills obviously. 6, 9. Also Infernos. 12. 1 ton. What can I do with 1 ton? Do I have a CLAM? Could actually just use more ammunition. Like this mech is going to need ammo. But if I throw in... Oh, it has room for an integrated laser AMS. If I lose the Pharaoh, right, can't do that. I mean, I would, but I don't have the... Do not have the 1.44 tons that I need. Because this also weighs a ton. Right. Laser AMS is 1.5 tons. We'd need to find a clan one, which we don't have. I could rip it off the Warhammer, though. Because we're not using it. Now, we'll go full on ammunition on this one. Although, this will leave the arms blank. So theoretically, we could do this. We could absolutely turn the Gauss Wolf into a heavy MRM Wolf. And that might actually not be terrible. Can't do that to the Screamer, obviously. The Orion, I don't think... Oh, you do have the missile hardpoints, but I think they're on the same torso. Or are they arm mounted? Oh, wait, they are arm mounted. Duh. I could step up the firepower. I don't use this Gauss very often. Pull out the Gauss. Pull out the 30s. Put in brand new heavy 40s. Puts me at 7 tons. Okay. It's gonna need more ammo than this. So 3, 6. Need 2 more tons. Ammo. MRM. Yeah, I can't have endo steel for doing that. Do I have clan endo? Do I have enough clan endo? I do not. Right. So really can't do that. What I could do is some Pharaoh. Because I do have clan Pharaoh. I've got a ton of it. I don't know where I run into it all. Gives me 5 tons. I need at least 2 more tons of ammunition for the listen kills. So it'll be 1, 2. Do you want the acid? 1 more ton of Inferno. Or, for a little bit of protection, we come on in here and we go... No. Here. Case 2. Case 2. 0.135 tons. Give me maximum armor? Yep. Looks like that's the way to go. So clan Pharaoh plus clan case. That'll keep the mech intact, which, you know, very important. Have a whole bunch of listen, kill, and inferno. That should be enough. I think this is a good upgrade, actually. So this just plays in more to what this mech does well. We're adding in 20 more tubes, which is a lot of firepower. Hopefully enough ammunition to run it. That is, of course, the concern. But 3, 6, 9 tons from the listen kills, 3 rounds to fire from the acid, and 3.5 rounds, like 4 rounds to fire from the incendiaries. You can probably cook somebody in 1 round of shooting with this thing. We'll have to see if we want to change things as we move forward, but this is hopefully a lot of controllable firepower to completely wipe somebody off the face of the earth. That is the goal. He's got the Clan XL engine that we want. Decent sized core to keep it running. If I were to throw in Clan Endo, I literally don't have slots for it. If I were to throw in Clan Endo, I would save even more tonnage. And I'd probably try and cram in a pair of medium lasers or something. But I would need to take this Clan Endo, and I can't pull it off it right now. So this is another good upgrade. Fairly cheap too. I think that's where we'll put the heavy armors, is in Kerensky's stick, because it really is an MRM mech more than it is a Gauss mech. Carrying this Gauss into battle is just not really what it's there for. The Lament time may want to start cycling out. I'm not a huge fan of it anymore. Although, the Axeman we need to build sometime soon. We do need to wait another day. And that'll be the champion done. One day, stop. Krakens in 1 day. Stop. Quick check to see if we managed to break anything on our catapult. No, looks like the catapult is in full mint condition. Lovely. Alright, so the Kraken is here. It is fixed, but it's not built. So if we're going to be using our heavy MRMs in there, we can't use them in here. But we now have an advantage we didn't have before. So we have the heavy Gauss rifle. We can put it in here. Do I have ammunition for it? That's going to be key. Ammo heavy Gauss double. Plus a ton of heavy Gauss. So what we're going to do here is we are going to need the turret mount. So obviously that can't go in there. So we come over here to our structure. Just got all turret mount in there to give it the +2 accuracy that we're going to need in order to make this thing actually work. Because otherwise we're losing out on a lot of accuracy by not having it arm mounted. So heavy Gauss rifle is a possibility on this mech. So a little bit, can I stack them? That would have been funny if I could stack multiple turrets on top of each other. Oh, but no, that won't work. But, so we need to cram in a biggish core. Something big and powerful to keep it running. What does a 360 do for us? It moves us at a 8.4. The 300, which is the one that normally comes in it, is going to move us at a 4.7. We're losing 1 off the run, but I think that'll work out better. Obviously, of course, we are going to want to cram in... You know what? I shouldn't build the Kraken yet. Because I'm going to want to build the King Crab to be better. We're going to wait 2 days. We're going to go to the end of the month.
Got a new financial report for you.
End of the month hits like a truck, but we are still up and ready to rock. But now, because of that, we have 30 days with which to decide what we want to do, which means I'm not in a rush to get anything put together or taken apart. We're going to ready that, take the King Crab part, construct it. Alrighty. A King Crab. Third 100-ton mech that we have. How bad was it? It was bad. It was very bad. Single ton of LRAC ammo. Is that the only thing that remains in this piece of junk? Yeah, it was junked. It was badly junked. Double ton of LRAC, which is worthless to us. Ton of ammo and a light PPC. And a streak. Right. This I want to build into something special. I want to make this thing sing. I want to make it the most deadly thing we've ever constructed. So of course, we're going to build it around the twin rotary risk rack 5s. And we're going to put in weapon mounts. No! How does it not have a lower arm actuator? An upper arm mount is just a shoulder. Oh, Damn it! Oh, I wanted to make it so good. Wanted, and it is not going to be possible. Oh, that really, really sucks, actually. What mechs do have lower arm actuators that are double arms that are heavy enough to do this? Alright, we're going to need 8 tons of ammo to make this thing work, but this is definitely how it's going to be built around. Rack Ultra. Give me 1, 2 per gun, 3, 4. That's as much ammo as it's going to need. It's a lot of firepower right there. Right. It would be so cool if I could have done more. Do I just turn it into like a monster fire support build? It's kind of tempting. Core, of course, would be a 300. Put that in there. For longish fire support. Ooh. I wonder. Weapon, LRM, T-bolt? Darn it, I only got the one. Arrow 4s would fit into it. It's a little bit overweight for that, but that can be resolved. Go to our kits. Not our kits, our engines. We take our XL, 23 tons. Still short for what I would want to do. That's not the one I want. I want this one. Clan XL, better. Alright, so the Rack 5s obviously is what we would want to build this thing around. It does have... Ooh. Yeah, if I can make that happen. Weapon, AMS, integrated laser, center torso, and there's still enough room in order to cram in an XL gyro, yes? Yes, okay. That'll be a center core stack done. Of course, we're going to need endo steel. Probably clan. Maybe not, but probably. And then for cooling, obviously, we're going to need... pardon me. We are going to need a big ol' kit. We're going to need a radical heatsink kit double? No, maybe not. No, I think we actually do need it. So throw that in there for the additional support on that. That's a center stack built. I'm kind of surprised it has 2 support systems on the CT. So he's got 4 missile hardpoints and 8 energy. We could just lean hard into energy. I mean, I could actually run several PPCs. A plasma cannon? Do the range of the plasma cannons sync up? 460, 600. Yeah, it's a lot better on that. Show me lasers. Show me larges. Large expulses, 7 tons. 510, that's closer. Medium expulses, I don't think I'm ever actually going to get in a range to utilize properly. Also, they're really toasty. But maybe that would be... Nah. We have to lean into the 2 ER lasers, or larges in general. That's a 10. Standard larges are 600. You're 610? Right. So they would sync up with larges. Something like that. And of course, we would need to come over here. Give it an exchanger. Exchanger plus plus. Put in the head, sure, why not? It's not going to blow them up or nothing. So that gives us, how much heat control? 69 of 112. So that's a little bit toasty still. So heatsink double, heatsink double, heatsink double. Fills up the entire mech. I've still got 4 tons left. 87 for 112. This would be really hilarious. I don't know if it's worth it, but it does seem really cool. The integrated laser AMS might be a bit too much though. It might not be able to handle the heat, is the main concern. And I don't have room for active probes or nothing. Right. Don't think I can pull that off. Not quite anyway. Or maybe. Maybe I can. I'm using the wrong kit. So a radical prototype double heatsink kit. Okay. Ooh, I lose the +2 internal, which is a bit of a problem. But the prototype double heatsink kits only take up a single slot. And they reduce weapon heat in general. This puts us at 85 for 80, and we've got 3 tons left. Right. Could actually go even further than that. The darn thing's heat neutral already. A whole bunch of rocket pods? Oh no, of course, I need equipment. Right. Let's not get away from ourselves. It of course needs a Beagle active probe. And just a warfare suite might do better. The warfare suite's too heavy. It's 5 tons. Oh, it's only 3 tons. I thought it was 5 for some reason. The warfare suite in there. That'll take care of most of our weight. And yeah, this would make a really solid long-range fire support build. The twin risk rotary AC5s keep the weight down, the volume of fire up. We've got more than enough ammo to keep it running. How would we build a cockpit onto this? Sensor Sentinel? Can't fit the Sentinel. Well, I can. I'd have to move things around though. Drop the exchanger to there. Maybe Sentinel. Oh, it's already got an active probe, so I can't do that. We would want to lean on the ballistic a bit. Energy, flak might, yeah, flak for the recoil control. Right. Has to be that, unless I've got a recoil targeting computer, which would be better, but gunnery support A. Or rangefinder ++. Arc sheath beacon. Save me a lot of time. A sensor tracker. I can put the exchanger back in the head. Now if the exchanger blows, then, you know, life is about to get painful. But I could actually pull out the exchanger in exchange for more prototype double heat sinks. It'd save me some weight. Because it is 3 tons, which is rather heavy for what it does. I don't know if I want to lean to this, but the ranges sync up. The weapons sync up. I need a gunnery support B in order to sort of finish off the head. The Radical Prototype Double Heatsink Kit with external heatsinks is actually going to handle that pretty good. Is there anything else I'm missing? C3 Master? 3 tons. The C3 Slave is a single ton? No. Can't put that in. Center stack is fully filled. Legs are really well armored, actually. Guess we buff up the center torso armor. Or the armor in general. Two, 0, 0. I think that would be our king crab. I think this would be a king crab that would be very dangerous to anybody you ran into. Other ways we could try and build it, of course, could be multiple rotary AC5s, but I don't have enough clan rotary AC5s in order to make that work. Other things we could do, of course, could be the straight up normal crab with, you know, ultra AC20s in the hands, or gas rifles, of course, that's always an option too. Gas rifles are really nasty weapons in this game. You obviously can't have a heavy gas rifle because we got no center or side torso. I could actually go into heavy MRM. Like that is a thing that this mech could potentially do. But I think I want to lean into other mechs to do that for me. Now the risk AC5s are actually fairly light for what we're getting. I mean, it's 135 damage per. But that's not actually the case. It's 270 damage per if we get a little bit of luck. We may want to rip a couple of things off of the avatar. I'm not sure. But I do know this will be enough ammunition to keep going, as well as having a little bit of protection on the side. I like the integrated laser AMS on board. It gives us an AMS. It gives us an AMS that can protect us from other things around us. I think the rangefinder might help out. So a rangefinder plus a gunnery support gives us a gunnery of 12. If I get another one, it'll give us a gunnery of 13 if we can manage to find it. So this could be something special. Got my fingers crossed. Obviously, we can't build it right now. We're a little bit in the hole on Seabills. But it definitely appears probably the future of what it is we're doing. If we take a look at the Ragatar, do I have a recoil targeting computer on this thing? Because if not, it does have it's got flak and range render, so it has even less bonuses. So we'll be adding in a range render plus plus. Sensor, yeah, we'll have everything plus the gunnery support A. I mean that'll be a devastating combination. And of course the 4 double tons of ammunition for 8 tons in total. Bagel Pro of Guardian ECM spread out amongst 2 things. 1.5. 1.5. I probably could combine the 2. But yeah, that's it's basically the supersized version of the Racketar, because instead of having 2 medium lasers, it's got 4 larges for its backup. That might be a thing. It's not as well protected because it doesn't have the case 2 on board to keep it from self-detonating. But yeah, we have a king crab, an atlas, and a Mackie. 300-ton mechs, and we need cash to build them. I may have to sell some of our other mechs. I just don't know what I'd have to sell. Like, I already sold a couple of them, but we need more cash, and we need it now. Because we have a king crab baby, and we need to construct this thing into the monster we know it can be. But that's going to do it for today's episode, folks. I have been Tyrak. If you like what you're seeing, hit that like button and subscribe. If you want to see the notification every time I post these videos, press that little bell icon, leave a comment. Make sure you join us for our streams on Wednesday, Friday, and Saturday. On Wednesdays and Saturdays, we play RogueTech, which is the game you just have been enjoying. And on Fridays, we play Mech Warrior 5 Mercenaries with Lego's Legions, with a whole bunch of people from our community. A nice little co-op campaign, which has actually been proving to be a lot of fun. And I will see you all in the next episode.